Hello there, my very good friends. Andy here for WhatCulture Wrestling. I hope you are well and welcome back to the news. Now today we've got stories on Alexa Bliss and Seth Rollins, but first, Schrodinger's wrestling show, aka WWE Crown Jewel. The story that refuses to die rumbles on. Yesterday it was widely reported that WWE would finally make a big announcement on whether or not the show would actually go ahead in Saudi Arabia, but guess what? That didn't happen. WWE's decision was supposedly pending the official report from Turkish authorities on the alleged murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi, but we're still very much in the dark. That being said, there is actually some new information to report today, with your favourite swole uncle Dave Meltzer reporting on his message board that the decision as to whether or not the show actually takes place in Saudi Arabia is out of the company's hands. Apparently, this is entirely up to the US State Department, and Shagger Dave added that there's no way in hell Vince McMahon would ever make the decision to pull it from Saudi Arabia on his own because Scrooge McDuck. I've got a couple of other interesting factoids for you as well. If you load up the WWE app on your phone at the moment, scroll through to the network page and find Crown Jewel, you'll notice that the location is currently listed as null, and this was pointed out by Meltzer's colleague Brian Alvarez on Twitter last night. Secondly, as pointed out by Reddit user Chris Barker93, if you run a Google search for Manchester Arena events right now, you'll notice a WWE show that's unnamed pops up for November 3rd, which is of course the day after Crown Jewel is currently set to take place in Riyadh. What's interesting about this is that while WWE will tape Raw and SmackDown in Manchester a few days after that, there's currently no house show scheduled for that date, so something is definitely up. Whatever the case, folks, this thing isn't going anywhere, and it's surely only a matter of time before WWE make a formal announcement on this weird show. But until then, the strangest story in wrestling continues. Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan reckons he's gonna be on the show as well, so this is great, isn't it? Okay, story number 2, and your man Seth Rollins broke a very significant WWE record on this week's Raw with very little fanfare. In becoming Raw Tag Team Champion, Rollins is now the first man ever to become a double champion holding every single WWE Grand Slam belt, which is wow. This was pointed out by Reddit user Mutilated Cattle, the content cow, never mind. Anyway, of course, Rollins is at the moment the Raw Tag Team and Intercontinental Champion, and in 2015 he held the United States and WWE belts at the same time, so there's all 4 for your double Grand Slam champion. That's mighty impressive, and while the Shield reunion did kinda derail the awesome 2018 Rollins was having, the company still clearly believe in him, and the Dean Ambrose feud is gonna be awesome. And finally, after widespread reports the other day that Alexa Bliss would be out of WWE Evolution this week, it now looks like she might be able to compete after all. This is according to PW Insider, who confirmed her injury and noted that she has been kept off Raw deliberately so that she can be prepared and ready for the all-woman pay-per-view. Now, this isn't totally confirmed, but the general belief within the company is that Bliss will be ready and fit to face Trish Stratus and Lita in her big tag match with Mickie James as her partner this weekend. James herself has also confirmed that Bliss will be in the building and will play a role at Evolution as planned, so that is very good news. I'm sure most of us would rather see Bliss compete rather than a substitute like Alicia Fox, but obviously her health takes paramount. That being said, WWE are very careful, so no matter what happens, we can probably be safe in the knowledge that their decision was the right one. Anyway guys, that's all for today. Be sure to let us know what you think of the Crown Jewel saga, Seth Rollins breaking this record, and Alexa Bliss potentially recovering from injury down in the comments section below. And once you've done that, go ahead and take yourselves over to whatculture.com/WWE, where you'll find all kinds of great articles from the likes of Jamie Kennedy, Benjamin Richardson, Michael Hamflett, and my dad, Michael Sidgwick. You'll have a great time. I've been Andy, and I'll see you later.